Good morning, dear friends.
Good morning, dear teacher.
I'm glad to see you.
We are glad to see you too.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
So I think that everybody likes traveling. And today we are going to speak this thing. How do you think? What are we going to speak about?
About traveling.
About traveling. What else?
Trip.
About trips, maybe. It's the same.
About countries.
About different countries.
About kinds of traveling.
About kinds of traveling. What else?
About tourists.
About tourists.
Different
About
language.
sightseeing, maybe.
Of course.
Of course. What else? So look at this slide. So Travelers Club. Today we are in the Travelers Club and we are going to speak about what?
About documents.
Means of transport,
Tickets.
tickets,
Countries,
sightseeing and documents. Okay, thank you very much. And the aims of the lesson to repeat the lexics and to learn some new words, to train the sounds and intonation, and to speak about traveling. Now look at this slide. We shall repeat some words. So the first word, travel. So do you know this word?
Yeah.
Okay. So traveler, you know this word?
Yes.
Abroad.
Yes.
Yes, by train, by air, by bus, by car, on foot, you know these words.
Of course.
So capital,
Yes.
yes. Nature,
Yes.
sites,
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
So then listen and repeat after me. Travel,
Travel.
traveler,
Travel.
abroad,
Abroad.
by train,
By train.
by air,
By air.
by bus,
By bus.
by car,
By car.
on foot,
On foot.
capital,
Capital.
nature,
Nature.
sites,
Sites.
country,
Country.
around the world.
Around the world.
So good job, thank you very much. Now we shall do the phonetic exercise. So this is a short poem about the airport. At the airport, buy a ticket, go by plane to the Netherlands or Spain. Planes are taking off the ground with a very loud sound. They arrive and fly away in a very busy way. Airplanes with landing lights finish their endless flights. There's a runway long and wide, and the lights which are so bright. So, can you translate this poem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, who can translate?
All together.
All together?
Yeah.
So, in chord.
Yeah.
So, who will start then? Who will start?
Покупай билеты на самолет.
Покупай билеты на самолет. Then? Вы с вами. Самолеты? Что они делают? Taking off. Взлетают с земли with a very loud sound.
Очень звук.
Громким звуком. They arrive and fly away. Они прилетают и улетают. In a very busy way. В очень напряженном таком графике, да? Airplanes with landing lights. Самолеты с посадочными огнями. Finish their endless flights. Бесконечные полеты. There's runway long and wide. Перед ними что? Путь длинный и широкий. And the lights which are so bright. Которые светят очень ярко. So listen and repeat. Buy a ticket, go by plane.
Buy a ticket, go by plane.
To the Netherlands or Spain.
To the Netherlands or Spain.
Planes are taken off the ground.
Planes are taken off the ground.
With a very loud sound.
With a very loud sound.
They arrive and fly away.
They arrive and fly away.
In a very busy way.
In a very busy way.
Airplanes with landing lights.
Airplanes with landing lights.
Finish their endless flights.
Finish their endless flights.
There's runway long and wide.
There's runway long and wide.
And the flights which are so bright.
And the lights which are so bright.
So read this poem by yourself. Who? Everybody. By yourself. And one of you will read it aloud. Daniel, will you read it aloud?
Buy a ticket, go by plane to the Netherlands or Spain. Planes are taken off the ground with a very loud sound. They arrive and fly away in a very busy way. Airplanes with landing lights finish their endless flights. There is a runway long and wide, and the lights which are so bright.
So do you like his reading?
Yes.
Yes, perfect reading. So, and now I want you to answer some questions. Sorry. So the first question is, do you like to travel?
Of course.
Yes, we do.
So anybody of you? Alina,
I like to travel
why?
because I like to see sightseeing,
Mhm,
to communicate with people,
mhm.
and that's all.
Eat different kinds of food,
Yeah.
tasty food. Okay. So how do you think why people like to travel? Why people like to travel? Igor, why people like to travel? How do you think?
I think that people like travel because they need it in new emotions.
They need.
They need new emotions,
Okay.
and it's interesting, I think.
It is interesting to visit new places, to meet new people. Okay. Do you agree that traveling is the best way to learn the world? Sonia,
Yes, I agree.
why?
Because when we travel,
Mhm.
we learn some sightseeing
Mhm.
and communicate with
New people.
new people and
So have a good rest.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So how can people travel, Alena?
People can travel in other
How? In what way can they travel?
by car, plane, train,
By train, okay.
on foot.
On foot, so.
Um,
Can they travel by bike?
bye.
By bike, okay. By plane, by bike, by ship. So, by ship, okay. So, what kind of transport can you name? Kinds of transport. What?
By car, no.
So name the kind of transport. Car, a car,
Plane,
a plane,
Train.
a train, okay.
train, bike,
A bike, why not?
Bicycle.
An ocean, but bicycle, bike, bicycles is the same things,
a ship,
synonyms.
a ship.
So a ship or a line, an ocean liner. Mhm. So and also our feet.
Yes.
Okay, also our feet. What kind of transport is the most comfortable? The most comfortable. Mhm.
The most comfortable transport for me is a plane
Mhm.
because it's so fast and comfortable.
And comfortable. So it is the quickest, the most comfortable because it is the quickest. Okay? So how do you think is it a dangerous kind of transport? A plane.
Car.
So a car is the most dangerous of all.
By statistics.
Okay, by statistics. Okay, now I want you to learn maybe old words, maybe new words. So hijacker, look at the slides. Hijacker, угонщик самолета. Slacks, разновидность брюк, я не знаю, возможно, вы слышали слово слаксы, да, такие облегающие брюки. So lavatory, уборная, туалет. So these are the words from the text I want you to listen to. So listen to the text and try to understand it.
A bad Which passenger? That sad man with the camera. He's wearing black slacks and a jacket. No, that fat lady with the big black handbag in her left hand. Is she standing next to the lavatory? Yes, she's traveling to Amsterdam. You're mad, Anne. I don't understand. You see, when she went into the lavatory, she didn't have that handbag in her hand. And now she's... Everybody stand. I'm a hijacker. This handbag I have.
So, do you like the text?
Yes.
Have you understood?
Yes.
Okay, now some questions. Who are the main characters of the dialogue, Katya? The main characters.
The main characters of the dialogue is
Ah.
a fat lady, and
Mhm.
and Alice.
And Alice. Alice, a fat lady, and a hijacker. So, do you agree with her? So, a fat lady and a hijacker, it is the same person. Mhm.
And
Alice,
and
her, Alice, and a hijacker, okay. Were Anne and Alice friends? Angelina? No! They were speaking during the flight. Anne and Alice, were they friends?
Yes.
Yes, of course, they're friends. Was a sad man with a camera a hijacker? Here. Was a man in a black slacks a hijacker? Yes or no? No, of course no. So, why did the woman understand that the fat lady was a hijacker? So, what was the reason?
Because when she went into the lavatory, she didn't have the handbag in her head.
In her hand, so she had a big black handbag in her hand. So, it is the reason. Was the trip dangerous? Their trip. Was their trip dangerous? Of course, it was very dangerous. Why? Nikita, can you answer? So help him.
Because a fat lady is a hijacker.
Okay. So, and the last question for the text. Are you afraid of traveling by plane? Are you afraid of traveling by plane, Igor?
I don't know because I haven't traveled by plane
I haven't traveled by plane yet.
yet.
Я еще не путешествовал.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I see that you have understood the text, and now we shall work with it. So, have you listened that in this text, the announcer repeated one sound? What was this sound? Huh? In every sentence there are a lot of sounds. So the main sound of this dialogue, the sound do you remember how we can pronounce it? So we open our mouth wide and say okay. Now this is the text. So try to find where is the sound there. Alice. So the first bad, hijacker. The next Alice, perhaps, that, passenger, hijacker, passenger, and that sad man. Camera. He's wearing black slacks, jacket. That fat lady, not lady, a lady, with a big bag, handbag, in hand, standing, lavatory, traveling, Amsterdam, mad, and understand, lavatory, okay, handbag, that, handbag, hand, not everybody, no, stand, hijacker, handbag, hair, bang. Okay, you were right. Now try to read interpret this dialogue in groups. Try to read it by parts. So one of you will be Anne, one of you will be Alice, and one of you will be Harry.
Чурьета, сумка, которая была
No, that's the place and back. Yes, she's traveling.
Everybody said I'm hijacked. I have a
So Kirin, take part in the reading.
Мы уже пришли.
Bang. Okay.
No, that's the place and back. Yes, she's traveling.
Everybody said I'm hijacked. I have a
So Kirin, take part in the reading.
Мы уже пришли.
No, that's the place and back. Yes, she's traveling.
Everybody said I'm hijacked. I have a
So Kirin, take part in the reading.
Мы уже пришли.
And that's it.
No, that's the place with a big black handbag yes, she's traveling now.
Everybody said I'm hijacked. And I have a
So okay, take part in the reading. So okay, you finished?
Yes, we have.
Okay, the criteria of your reading will be the criteria. Sounds, good sounds. So the next intonation, do this better. Clear speech. So speed and emotions. So try to pay attention to these criteria when you will read this text. So and after reading, we'll choose the best group. Okay? Okay. So who wants to start? You. So all together, your group.
Alice, because that passenger is a hijacker.
Which passenger and that's a man with a camera. He's wearing black slacks and a jacket.
No, that a fat lady with a big black handbag in her left hand.
Is she standing next to the lavatory?
Yes, she is traveling to Amsterdam.
You are mad and I don't understand.
You see, then she went into the lavatory. She didn't have that handbag in her hand, and now she...
Everybody stand, I'm a hijacker, and in this hand I have a bank.
Okay, thank you very much. So who will be the next?
We can.
You. Okay.
Alice, perhaps that passenger is a hijacker.
Which passenger and that sad man with the camera? He is wearing black slacks and a jacket.
No, that fat lady with a big black handbag in her left hand.
Is she standing next to the lavatory?
Yes, she's traveling to Amsterdam.
You are mad and I don't understand.
You see, when she went into the lavatory, she didn't have that handbag in her hand, and now she...
Everybody stand. I'm a hijacker, and in this handbag I have a
bank.
Okay, thank you. So who will be the next? You or you? So you? I don't know, begin.
Okay. Alice, perhaps the passenger is a hijacker.
Which passenger and the third man with a camera? He's wearing black slacks and a jacket.
No, the fat lady with a big black handbag in her left hand.
Is she standing next to the lavatory?
Yes, she is traveling to Amsterdam.
You met and I don't understand.
You see, when she went into the lavatory, she didn't have the handbag in her hand, and now she...
Everybody stands. I'm a hijacker, and in this handbag I have a bank.
Okay, and the last group.
Alice, perhaps that passenger is a hijacker.
Which passenger and that sad man with a camera? He's wearing black slacks and a jacket.
No, that fat lady with a big black handle in her left hand.
Is she standing next to the lavatory?
Yes, she is traveling to Amsterdam.
You are mad and I don't understand.
You see, when she went into the lavatory, she didn't have that handbag in her hand, and now she.
Everybody stand. I'm a hijacker. And in this handbag I have a bank.
Bang. Okay. Whose reading was the best? Whose reading
I
was the
think
best?
first.
The first group.
Yeah, because she have many emotions.
Many what?
Emotions.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other opinions?
Me too.
You also like their reading. So, as for me, so have you asked you? No, not yet. Oh, I'm sorry. You studied?
Yes.
Okay. So, I like your reading best.
I think that дружба победила.
Friendship is before everything.
Yes.
So I like you. So Alena tries to speak in a loud voice. Arina tries to give the emotions also as he can. So your group try to give the emotions, the sounds and the intonations, and that is why I choose your group. That is why. So it's my opinion, my own opinion. Okay, then we shall continue our lesson. Now, so the words from this text. So I want you to pay attention to the sound. So who wants to read them? Only words. Alina, will you?
Bad hijacker. Perhaps passenger, set, camera, black slacks, jacket, fat, handbag, standing, lavatory, traveling, mat, understand.
Understand. Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else wants to read? Daniel, you?
Bad hijacker, perhaps passenger, set, camera, black slacks, jacket, hat, fat, handbag, standing, lavatory, traveling, mat, understand.
Understand. So, anybody else? Kirill, will you?
Bad hijacker, perhaps passenger, set, camera, black slacks, jacket, fat, handbag, standing, lavatory, traveling, mat, understand.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry. So, to sum up, I have some questions for you. So, what kinds of transport do you know? So, let's repeat them. Kinds of transport.
A car, a train, a plane, a feet.
Feet просто множественное число, да? Feet.
A bicycle, a bike,
A sheep.
a sheep,
What else?
a sky.
A plane. Можно сказать еще какой вид транспорта? Что еще мы можем назвать? A balloon. Do you know this kind of transport? A balloon. A balloon. Ocean liner.
A boat.
A boat, why not? What else?
Skateboard.
A skateboard as a kind of transport. Why not? Ski. Okay, thank you very much. How can people travel? How can people travel? By car? By bike? By plane?
By
Train?
by foot.
On foot? That is all.
Maybe by
All of the kinds of transport. Okay. So that is so. Can traveling be dangerous? Can traveling be
Yes,
dangerous?
yes.
Yes. In what way?
Of anything.
On mountain.
Of any way.
Yeah.
So how can traveling be dangerous? You may
when
get into crash maybe. Yeah? You may get into crash. Okay. So how do you prefer to travel? Alone or with a group? And why?
I prefer to traveling with a group because it's so весело.
Funny.
Yes.
So it is so funny to communicate with your friends. So and you may take different kinds of excursions. So you may take the help of the guide when you travel with a group of
And taking more
tourists.
photos.
When help with you.
So who prefers to travel alone? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Why not? So the next. Where do you prefer to travel? Abroad or in Russia? Where do you prefer to travel? Abroad or in Russia?
Abroad.
Abroad. Why?
Because abroad I can see new interesting people and I can see
This
sciences,
sightseeing.
and I can see any traditions of countries, of capitals of
So,
these countries, and that's all.
That is all. So what about you?
I prefer firstly travel to Russia,
In Russia.
in Russia because I know Russian language and I want to know some cities and secondly to travel abroad.
So what is the most interesting city in Russia from point of view of traveling? Omsk? Why? So what do you like to do in Omsk? What do you like to visit in Omsk? What do you like to see in Omsk?
Omsk is our small motherland.
Motherland, okay.
I want in future traveling
Vladikavkaz?
Yeah,
Okay.
because mountains
There are a lot of mountains
and
our
famous
landscape
and
is...
famous ущелья.
So our landscape is very plain.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what is the most interesting city from the kind of view of traveling abroad? How do you think?
Cities?
Where do you want to travel? What city do you want to visit most of all?
I want to travel in Estonia.
So
Because I don't know about
it is not a city.
I know.
I know, but I don't know the cities of Estonia.
I want traveling
Everywhere.
yeah, because I don't know about this country and I want to know.
You want to learn with this
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
okay? So what is your favorite abroad city? Where do you want to travel?
I want to travel to Riga because I have 2 or 3 friends there.
Okay, so maybe anybody wants to travel to New York? No. So and what about London? Who wants to visit London sometimes?
In London it's often rain.
So it often rains?
Yeah.
So the weather is changeable in London.
London is the capital.
London is the capital of the United Kingdom. Okay, so it is our favorite town, if not town, our favorite city in the world because we study English at school. Okay, thank you very much. Have you ever traveled abroad?
No.
Yes.
Who traveled abroad? Arina, have you traveled abroad? I know that you have traveled there.
Yes, of course. I traveled abroad.
So what country did you visit?
I visit Turkey and Kazakhstan.
Okay, so do you like your trip?
Of course, I like traveling.
Yeah, I like traveling very much. Have you ever traveled with a tourist group? Maybe in St. Petersburg or in Moscow? Where have you been?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. So, have you ever traveled? Yes, I have traveled. So, do you like it to travel with a group of your
50-50.
students? Hmm? Why?
Students, because I don't understand his language and I not understand what we talk to me.
Don't understand. So, no, I asked you when you traveled to St. Petersburg with your friends or with the students of our school. It's in future.
Yeah.
So you are going to travel there
Next year.
next year. Oh, take me with you. Take me. I also want to travel to St. Petersburg. I like this city very much. Okay, thank you very much. You've made a good job, but so there will be one more lesson on this thing, and that is why at home I want you to repeat the words which are connected with the traveling and to remember you're traveling abroad or in our country. So make a short story about it. And in the next lesson, we try to discuss the stories and to get more information about traveling. So, do you like the lesson?
Yes.
Yes. So, what do you like best of all? You like English? Okay. What do you like best of all?
New words.
New words. So, what new words have you learned at this lesson?
Hijacker.
A hijacker. Can you use this word in your life? Yes.
Slacks.
Mm-hmm.
And lavatory.
And lavatory. So it is the best. So it is an American variant of the word toilet. Mm-hmm. So lavatory. Okay. What do you like best of all in the lesson?
It's a bad hijacker.
So the dialogue.
The dialogue.
You like the dialogue. Why do you like this dialogue very much?
It is very interesting dialogue.
Uh-huh. So it is interesting and emotional. And emotional. Okay, Igor, what do you like in the lesson?
I like sounds.
Hmm?
I like to repeat the sound.
The sounds. So you like the sound air.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what about you?
I like reading.
So reading. Okay, Vlad, what do you like best of all?
I like
Laughing.
stories of my classmates.
Of your classmates about traveling. Okay, so what about you, Angelina? What do you like best of all? In the dialogue. So you like to read this dialogue. Okay, thank you very much. Will you stand up?